All right, we are live, and Susie's flying around drinking coffee still, so I'm kind of worried about her. But Skipper is going to say hello for us. Hey, Whip.
Hello.
Oh yeah, it's been a while. Apologize. It's been the Sundays have been not working for me as of late. I tried to start streaming again, but it's just not working out for some reason. Hello, Kara C, Monster Fish Gal, Saints Dust Aquariums, Paul McCarthy, Davo, Uncle Smiley, Lovebirds Fish Farm Vlogs.
It's
That's
Melvin.
Melvin.
uh, Melvin. Oh, he's always getting me. Man, he's always getting me. We got Dennis Christensen.
Hello, hello.
Whip was in the chat. And
Yeah.
Lake to Land Aquatics. Hello, Latoya. We got Dragon Lair in the chat, and that's the bottom.
Oh, that's who Latoya is. I was trying to remember. Okay.
Yeah, I've been trying to get her lined up for us on a Friday, but Friday
Who's
Yeah,
just
Lake
she'd be
to
a good one for
Land?
you. She'd be a real good one for you on a Friday. Oh no, she hit a button.
she hit a button. Yeah, because she got a lot of stuff going on right now, but we can get to that on a Friday.
Thanks, Skipper.
But yeah, it's been hectic for a little bit, and it calmed down again. So
You had
you
that
know
trip too a few weeks ago.
what's that?
That trip a few weeks ago. You had that too.
Down to
Well, yeah.
Florida.
What month is this? March.
Yep.
February was really busy for me with EMS calls and stuff. That's why I really couldn't. Me being a driver and they needed somebody, I had to. I didn't have to, but I volunteered to do it. But at the beginning of the month, I got back from the one, the second trip from Richard Reynolds' house down there in Florida, down Fort Myers. We went out and did some collecting, which was awesome. It was something I really wanted to do. One of my bucket list things is to collect fish, and I got to do it. So I have some of them fish that we caught that I wanted. And I also brought back a bunch of fish from down in Florida between SWFL, Richard's house, and Nathan, which is he has a new name on here now, Gills the Garden.
Oh. What kind of fish did you collect, did you say?
So what we collected, I got least killifish, mosquito
Oh,
fish. Uh, that's what I brought back was those two.
nice.
Uh, then which honestly, I may move the mosquito fish outside this year. I think that's what I'm going to do. Instead of doing like guppies or something.
Okay.
Yeah, don't
I
put
actually,
anything with them. You probably know that, but yeah, they'll eat
well,
anything.
they're doing fine with the least killifish. But the only problem is I'm gonna have to put some aragonite in the bottom of it because their water down there in Florida is hard because all the state's made on coral rock, so
Right.
it's pretty hard water. But we also caught wild mollies, but we got nothing but females. Found out that the males don't last too long, and what happens with them is uh, some of the females will turn into males so that they can keep breeding. Uh, we also caught bluefin killifish, which those are pretty neat and nice
Oh,
shiny.
wow. Yeah.
Uh, caught baby cichlids.
Did you?
Yeah, the Mayan
Lion.
cichlid,
Yeah.
baby tilapia.
They're
I,
everywhere down there.
yeah, I caught a walking catfish, which was pretty cool. We put it back. probably wasn't supposed to, but I have nothing to do with it.
Is the regular tilapia that I eat the same as a tilapia, cichlid tilapia?
I believe
Or
so.
did you say paratilapia?
No, it was
No.
just a tilapia. Um,
But they all are part of the same family group, right? They're all tilapia, or even the paratilapia is the same.
Right. Well,
almost sure.
That's from Madagascar, and the other ones are from somewhere in Africa, so they're not that distant.
no, but in aquaponics, tilapia is one of the best fish to keep because you can
Yes.
harvest it in a year. It's kind of like the ducks that grow big and fat in 1 year. You can harvest them in a year. They're really good and they're full of nutrients for the plants.
I remember several years ago or a few years ago, Dan's Fish went over, had a guy that was helping him part time before he was so big, like bagging the fish when he needed an extra hand to do that. And that guy had an aquaponics place, and he had the tilapia and aquaponics, and it was really cool to see it. And he
Yeah.
videoed.
Swampy Acres had a system in his fish room with the tilapia and the IBC tote and the whole thing behind, not the tote, the big
Wow.
one, 200 some gallon.
He must
metal.
have a really big bedroom. Holy cow.
Well, it was in a shed outside, and what he was doing was he was raising them and harvesting them for his family.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
doing it the homestead way, that's great. And I did see a lot of systems where they set up because I was looking into this. I was doing a lot of research on it because I wanted to do it outside here, and I found some pretty cool systems that were set up with that for all or hydro aquaponics or whatever you want to call it for
Aquaponics.
gardening, and it was like they had so much success.
Yeah.
Another person that was doing it was Blake's Exotic Animal Ranch. Had those IPC coats was doing it. So I mean, it works.
Yeah.
You can do
And
it.
you can yield way more vegetables in an aquaponic system than you can
Yes.
in a dirted garden.
So well, that's one of the things I want to do this year is I'm going to get a brute trash can, and I'm going to get a sump, and I'm going to pump it out to the garden, and that's how I'm going to water my garden this year.
Oh, yes.
I want to do it that way. I have a bunch of ideas how I want to do it. Like I'm going to build something to set a like maybe a 35-gallon drum, fill it up with this water down here, and then put a soaker hose on it and open up a valve and let it just come out.
No, I like that.
Is what I was thinking. But then you think about it, it may clog up because of the poop. So
Yeah.
still, I can still
You're
put
going to
it
love
on.
your garden if you do that.
Yeah.
That's going to be great. But they have these little, like, they almost look like vermiculite, but they're like mesquite stuff to kill mosquitoes that people put on the top of their plants. They don't sink. You can put them on your pond. You're going to want to sprinkle that on your garden because you're using straight right from the fish tank, which is a huge amount of nutrients, but you're going to attract bugs. So this will keep the bugs at bay and your mosquito fish. Well, hopefully they'll all go over to your ponds so your mosquito fish can eat them.
Yeah.
You'll have a nice system there. That sounds good.
Yeah, it's an idea and whenever I was down there at Richard's house, one of the things I really wanted to see was his automatic water changing system, and it's amazing.
Wow.
Because my plan this year is to move this fish room behind this wall, move everything, and I wanted to do it his way, but I also wanted to modify it a way to collect water in the growing season, right? So it would be nice
Yeah.
way to figure something out.
Yeah, at the last auction, or the first auction I ever went to, I got a 55-gallon drum that sits on wheels. And that, like, right now, I just use it in my reptile room to mist everything. But that originally was going to be the beginning of my semi-automatic. I get all the water in there and pump that out to my garden. I couldn't figure out how to get it from my basement out to the garden, like without leaving a window open. Like I couldn't figure out like how do I get the hose out? Nothing else. Like
Hmm.
I
Well,
probably should have
I'm
asked
gonna,
John Bag, and he probably would have just drilled a hole for me and sealed it. But I didn't think like that.
yeah. See, I could do. See, the problem is I'm gonna have to keep my basement door open while I pump it. Now, the reason for that is because the way my foundation is, uh, it's this up here is log. Like if you look at the floor, that's a log that they just trimmed down.
Hold on, let me
So
zoom in.
so that is about 6 inches. So that's a log, and that's on the outside of the house too, behind that wall.
Are you saying LOG
Yeah,
log?
log.
It's kind of like fangers. I didn't know what you were saying.
Yeah,
I thought it was
yeah,
like a LULL low.
yeah. It's a log, and so it's about 8 to 10 inches wide, and
Wow.
you gotta bore a hole. You can't really use like that spade bit. You gotta have a different bit to bore a hole through that. And plus, I really don't want to do that because in my mind that would weaken that log because of how old it is.
Right. And
But
all your walls in your basement go right to dirt? Like there's no.
no, it's stone. It's not brick
Okay.
foundation. It's stone. If it would have been
Okay.
like brick or
Yeah.
something, I could have rigged something up for that.
Yeah.
'Cause that's easy. But it's just it's old. So I mean, it was recorded back in the '50s. So like you can't. There's only so much stuff you can do.
Right.
Even doing it that way wouldn't. I could just get a sump pump, run a hose from the basement up to the catch chamber, what I'm going to call it. It's going to hold the water for when I want to water the garden. So, and it's going to have a lid on it, so nothing will get down in it. So that's the idea. We'll see what happens, but
You need some of those. I've got a couple. I bought them from a fish store that went out of business. They're like the food grade, big plastic barrels.
yes,
Duty. And I used to age my salt water in that because I used to listen to all that crap about the salt water. And anyway, I've still got those. I wish I could get them to you. Those would be great to store.
How
in.
many size? What sizes though are they?
They're big.
Like 55 gallon, like 4 foot tall?
Yeah, they're big. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
waist
that's
high.
cool. That's
Yeah.
what I have one of them, and I would love a couple of them. They're just amazing.
Oh well, you can have them if you can use them.
No, I'm just saying, if they're at the auction when I'm there, I'm bidding on them
oh yeah.
because they come
I
in
haven't-
handy in the ponds and the aquaponic and water changes in the reptile room. It's just a great way, and then I can have that water dechlorinated and even have it heated.
Yeah.
Like I just it would be so much easier, especially with my water is really bad. I mean, it comes out at 6.8, but it kills my fish. So there's something wrong with the water here.
Yep.
You probably got chlorine and chloramines in it.
We got both.
Yeah, so that's same here. I got a bunch of it's town water, so I use a lot of this stuff. I use it every time.
Okay.
But I get the concentrated bottle because this does both chlorines and chloramines and detoxifies heavy metal. So
I use Safe. You know what Safe is?
I have that too.
Okay.
I
I
bought
got
some.
a big
of it.
jar for so much.
I bought some, right? And I forgot I still had a bunch of this. So that's dry. This is liquid. I'll use the liquid first.
Yeah.
Damn it, Bobby. Why'd you do that?
That
But,
sounds
yeah.
so cool, Skipper.
We used to always
Yeah, I
age
had-
our water. We didn't have any. We didn't have money to do it, but we didn't add any chemicals. When I was a kid, I would just let my water sit at least 24 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you had chlorine, it would dissipate. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know.
Chlorine
some of those
will.
other things-
Chlorine will gas off. Chloramines don't.
It
Right.
doesn't.
That's the problem.
Right. Chlorine will gas off. But chloramine, whatever that is, that's just
It's
stays
like-
in your water.
If I wanted to, because I was on the borough council there for 12 years, I can get a hold of somebody and go to the water treatment facility to see what the additives are.
Oh, wow.
I got connections because I used to run it.
That
not
would
run
be a very interesting video, too. Like, let me tell you,
Well, they probably wouldn't let you video it.
no?
You think?
That we
I
get.
don't
Yeah,
think if
yeah,
they're on
you
the
don't
up
want
and
it
up,
out
they
there.
would.
We get a
I'd have to
report
get it
from the
approved.
county. If you pay taxes, you get a report from the county once a year here. I just throw mine away. But
Yeah.
it's amazing that all the crap that's in that water.
Well, one of the things that's nice is our reservoir is all mountain water. So we're getting a lot of that runoff, and so it's probably soft from the get go. But the problem is, whenever you get into the summertime, when that reservoir's low and you ain't getting a lot of rain, what happens is then we get the uh, river water. So
Oh.
that's totally different. It's gonna have a bunch of crap in it.
Oh yeah. What river is it? Susquehanna?
No, Yellow Creek. It feeds Lake Raystown.
Oh,
And
okay. You're out that way. Wow. Okay.
oh yeah, I'm way out. But yeah. So there's a difference whenever you do that. So they got to do different additives.
Yeah.
So it would be nice to know. But I know there's chlorine in it. That's obvious because that's one of the things that is common. But I don't know if there's chloramines. I don't want to take a chance, so I just get the stuff that gets rid of both of them.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
That'd be a good soft tail day trip, Susie,
Yeah.
over to his water plant.
I'm telling you, you seen that thing? It's like a big RODI unit. Like it's crazy. Like it. And yes, it cost a lot because whenever we had to replace the filters on it, ooh,
Wow.
you got to do it every so many years.
Skipper is a Yankees redneck.
Whip, you're awfully quiet.
He is quiet.
Oh, I can talk now?
I did that to him last. There's a backstory to this. He got yelled at.
I got yelled at. My wife, she says, why are you always talking over Skip? And who was the other guy that I was talking over?
Ed. It
No.
was that day. It was me, you, Ed.
And Doctor?
It was yeah. It was that one Saturday stream.
Yeah, that's right. And then she's like, you keep talking over top of him. So now I have to.
It was funny.
It was pretty funny.
So we give each other crap about it now.
Yeah, right. Lumpy's like, I'm still recovering from my that was 6.5 hours, people. I sat here for 6.5 hours.
Wow.
I'm so glad I wasn't part of that one.
6.5 hours of what?
They were drafting for big baseball.
Oh.
About that, yeah.
And did we do one the night before, Whip?
Yeah, we did one Friday night and then Saturday afternoon.
Yeah,
As
and you
Mrs. Webb,
hello.
she says, hi, Susie. And you got to meet Skip. I don't think you've ever met Bobby, though.
No. Hey there.
Fellow Tennessean. He's right down south. I'll be right down there. Yeah.
I'm not. I'm an honorary Tennessean.
Yes, you are. Welcome anytime.
Susie, I need to speak to you too about your huge pine tree that blew over from your lot to my lot and clipped my house the other day, and I had to saw it, get a chainsaw and saw it up. The thing is huge.
Well, you got firewood now, huh?
Yeah.
For outside, you don't want to be burning pine inside.
When you were
Set the whole house on
laughing,
fire.
when you were laughing, Susie Taterbud was laughing. I haven't ever heard her laugh.
That's funny.
Here, she's laughing when you laugh.
That's funny.
I was thinking about trying to total different topic, but just because I'm thinking about it, you'd mentioned having 2 places for a bird, and I thought about trying to get her to you, but I was going to check with her lady first to make sure she doesn't want her. She gave her up because the apartments they were living in. We're going to remodel them, update them, and stuff, and then
Right.
move them somewhere else temporary, like some weekly or monthly apartment, rentals. And I go by there sometimes and I see they're still working on them, but I thought I would check in with her. I haven't anyway in for a while. I see you, you mean girl. But anyway, she would ship pretty easy, I guess, when it's warm enough.
Yeah.
She still doesn't have any. She's still naked. She can keep her clothes on.
You can make her a little t-shirt. Does she have little clothes to wear?
No, she eats you alive. She'll fillet you. She even bit the lady because the lady was catching her and she held her.
Oh, just open up your door, let her go. Let her free. Be free, my child, and let her
That's
go.
where we die quick.
I don't think she can fly that well because when she's in the bedroom and back in there.
I don't think Whip cares that much.
You know
she
what?
fly that
If
well?
a bird bites me, it'll bite me one time, and then it will never have an
That's
opportunity to bite me again.
Be on the rotisserie.
Bye.
She's not an outside bird whip. She's an inside.
And she
wouldn't be
doesn't try to
inside either.
mess. She doesn't mess with Pretty Boy Floyd, does she?
No, Floyd's her man. She likes him, but all the birds, my other little birds, they're all beneath him. He doesn't even acknowledge them. He steals her food because she's got like 5 kinds of food, and I keep it right on top up there.
Right.
So, feeding her and emptying her stuff. I even keep her water up on top. He goes over there and pilfers her stuff.
So I had a guy come in the house yesterday morning for a couple hours trying to show me windows because I want windows, but I can't afford them. But anyway, he walks in. He's like, oh my. Oh, you got dogs. Oh, there's a cat, a bird. Is that a rabbit?
Reptiles.
What is that creature? Like, he just walked in my living room, stood there like, what is this? What is going on?
It was like the scene from Poltergeist when she comes home at the end of the movie. What is happening?
I love that movie.
And he wanted to sell me something, so he's like, "Oh, I like cats. Oh, I like dogs. Let them in." I'm like, "You really?
Yeah.
You have no idea what you're saying.
So wasn't that renewal by Anderson, was it?
No, they're twice as expensive. This was
Oh.
all 12 windows in my house would cost $20,000
Woo.
installed and cleaned, and I'm like, maybe in another lifetime. He goes, "No, but if you sign today, it'll only be $205 a month." So of course I
Who
called
the
John
hell-
Bag in the
That's
room,
crazy.
and he just looked at it and went, mm-mm. There you go. But he knew when he walked in. I said, "I'm not buying anything. I just need to know what I'm saving for. Not buying anything." And then after about 15 minutes with me, he's like, "You're very hard to follow."
Well, I'm not sure there's any compliment in that either.
No. I said, "Try to keep up."
I wish a traveling vacuum cleaner guy would come around and demonstrate.
Wouldn't that
Dude,
be great?
I threw those people out of my. You can ask Crystal the first time. Kirby, was it Kirby? Are they the really big ones?
Yeah,
where
Kirby are the very expensive ones that go door to door.
Yeah, I had somebody put me on a list. Because when they get there, I found out that they want you to talk about or give their recommendations to all your friends, and
Yes. Be
so
careful. Be
apparently
wary.
I was on somebody's list.
Uh-oh.
And one of them showed up here, and I let them in the house, and they're talking to me. They demonstrate a little bit, and I said, "Well, bottom line, I mean, what are we talking here? How much money are we talking?" And he gave me a price, and I said, "You can leave. I mean, are you insane?"
I guess they get a commission too out of that, don't they? A percentage or something?
I don't know what they didn't get anything out of me. I got a clean floor out of it.
He did get something if you sat and listened to the demo. There's a
I did
portion he
listen.
gets
I
just for the
listened. I listened to
spiel.
all his spiel.
Yeah.
Because I knew they were expensive. I knew they were expensive, but I didn't realize just how expensive.
Yeah.
spending a lot of money on a vacuum cleaner for us is $100, you know, 150 bucks at the time.
Yeah.
And you know, he came back with like a 25, I can't remember how much it was,
Yeah, it
$2,500,
was,
something
it was
like
in the
that. And I'm
thousands
like,
for sure.
what? Get out. And I left the room. I'm like, you can just leave. I don't need you in my life anymore.
Girl.
Yeah, but I listened to his whole spiel, and John even bought him lunch because he knew we weren't getting any. He says, and he got a Primavera hoagie that was like 24 inches long. And he's like, wow, I never usually nobody buys me lunch. And John's like, well, I know we're not going to buy anything, so I'm getting you lunch. I love my John Bagger.
That's awesome.
That was nice of him.
Yeah.
My house has windows that I'm not going to replace them. They were, I guess, when they built the house way back in '85 or '86, and they're double pane, and they're plexiglass or something. You can't break them because I've tried.
Well, that's good then. You get good windows.
Yeah.
Mine are from the 70s, single pane, very thin. A couple of them are broken with like clear tape on them, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm eavesdropping here. I'm going to see what that is. Oh,
Are you
okay.
showing off, Whip? Look at you showing off.
I didn't show off. I have that in written form on a spreadsheet because I can't remember
holy
that.
cow.
I can't remember that name. People can ask me all day long what I have, and I'm like,
But you can remember it's a lattice cichlid.
yeah, I can remember that. This scientific names, forget it.
Let me tell you, that's why I loved listening to Rachel O'Leary. And she goes, it doesn't matter if you can't pronounce it right. Say it like you know it, and they'll think they're pronouncing it wrong. Just say it. I'm like,
Hey, Mary.
okay.
She did an interesting post recently on Facebook.
Did she?
Yes, she did.
It's actually on YouTube.
Different from the broken brace on her 150, or was that what it was about?
No, it was about, well, it's kind of political. I don't know. Somebody had said something racist, something.
I didn't see that one.
And
Yeah,
she did everything but say his name. She said it was so-and-so of some reptile fame or something. I kind of know who it is, but I can't remember the name of the channel. But he had said something misogynistic and racist too. Was it racist?
Oh my.
He doubled down too when she called him out. So she's done with that.
Mary, that is the host of the show, Bob Kaler.
What'd I do now?
She said, hello, everyone. Whip Skipper Susie Q. Don't know the man in the upper left? First time here.
The real nice looking smart one.
Yeah. Yep, the good looking man up there.
That's not what was said. You're adding stuff.
Hey, Mary, that's Bob Kaler. I'm Bob Kaler. Don't be disappointed.
Now, I got on Facebook on Ash Wednesday, and I'll come back after Easter.
Yeah.
I can't realize how
Thank
hard
you, Uncle
it is
Smiley.
right now.
I'm the one that said it.
Huh?
Oh, you are?
I said Uncle Smiley gets the credit.
Oh.
What the hell?
I thought you were the one Rachel was talking about. Like, what?
No.
You?
Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
One of these little foster dogs barked for 4 hours nonstop at Petco yesterday. They did everything but tell us to get the hell out. I mean, get the heck out. But she's got over her uterus infection, so she feels good. She goes tomorrow morning at 8 to get spayed, so I'll have all day without
I locked
her.
up. Oh, please.
Okay.
Bob is one of the good guys from Tennessee. Yeah.
Yep.
Dave was thinking about
And
that.
then Dusty said, Bob rocks. He's a great guy. And then Lumpy said, he's one of the original Chip and Dale dancers.
Nobody even knows who we were then. They don't even know it. Hey,
I got my picture with the Chippendales. I'm laying across 5 men's laps. Like, yeah.
Me
Yeah,
too.
there was-
You too, Whip. Whip, I can see you being one. They had that long hair and
Ooh.
yeah,
Yeah, well, maybe 40 years ago.
that's about when they were out, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's when they were big. For me, it was
Dragon
like
Lair.
easy 150 pounds ago. I'm looking at this picture. I'm like, damn. Why didn't I be more slutty? Like what?
Whoa. This went took a hard left turn in
Uh,
Albuquerque all of a sudden.
Yeah.
that reminds me, guys. I meant to tell you all. I did go check out.
That reminds me.
What is his name?
Gotta
Something
give us a
Bob.
hint.
Something Bob. The young fellow that's been in the last couple of weeks. I haven't seen him today, but the 14-year-old guy. He said he was 14.
Oh,
Something
small
Bob.
tank?
His real name, his last name is Bob. Bobb. It's Todd. Todd Bob, I think. Todd Bob. But anyway, they do live here in Tennessee, and he's got 4 videos on his channel. I subscribe to him. He hadn't made a video in like a year, but they're all just like, one's a Halloween video. They're really, really good. And so he would have been like 13, I guess, then. So check him out. But anyway,
Todd
I'm
Bob.
going to
Is that the name of his channel too? Todd Bob?
Todd Bob. Yep.
Dragon says, that's okay, Q. I was slutty enough for both of us.
There you go.
I've heard the
There you go.
stories, Dragon Lair. I think
Are you?
were-
He also asked if you're Catholic, because why are you celebrating Lent?
Who, me? I'm not Catholic.
Yeah. Well, why
I'm
are you celebrating
I'm
Lent? then?
Episcopalian.
There you go.
Episcopalians celebrate Lent.
They do?
Episcopalian isn't Protestant, is it? Or
It is Protestant. We're very close to Catholic without the guilt. We're like lowercase Catholic, not uppercase Catholic.
You know, some of the Episcopal churches and the Lutheran churches have what they call valid apostolic succession, that they go back, their bishops can be traced
Mhm.
back to it. So when I was a Baptist in like 17 or 18, I was like, this ain't it for me. So I did a whole big catechism and then realized the Catholic Church wasn't either, but I learned a whole lot of stuff I hadn't ever known before. With
Yeah,
the
and I'm still learning stuff today. I'm still learning stuff today that's mind blowing. I'm like, when I grew up, I must have grew up in a bubble, because either you're Catholic or public. That's all I knew, because either if you were you went to the Catholic school, or you went to public school. I had no concept of religion, even though we went to church every Sunday. It was either you're a Catholic or you're a public. Like I was very ignorant in that area.
Me too. Yeah. Yep.
But yes, I am an Episcopalian. We celebrate Lent. We have the 7 seasons. We have the 7 sacraments.
Signs
But
of the cross.
there's like no priest doesn't tell you can't come up for communion if you didn't like do
I mean-
whatever.
Stations of the cross.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Midnight Mass.
Yep. I'll look.
Todd
What he
Bob.
saying?
Oh, I had to talk to my wife for a second.
Oh,
It happens every now and again. I have
you
to talk.
turned your video off, but not your microphone.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. That's my fault. I went the wrong way.
You did.
I'm new. I'm new at this whole streaming thing.
Right.
That was dumb. I turned off the cam and Hey,
That's funny.
Didn't burst into
it's
flames.
Bobby's fault. I know it is.
It's
He
always
probably
Bobby's
he probably
fault.
switched it up on me as soon as I left.
You got it. You know it.
I thought it was funny, Whip. You were looking up at the ceiling earlier at something, and by instinct, I just started to look like, what? What's
What
that?
are you-
I'm like,
what
oh
are
my
you
God,
looking
we're not
at?
even in the same place. I mean,
Is that what we're still telling people?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
You know, I had a cat that did that once, 40 years ago when I was living in New York, and it was looking over my head, looking at the wall or the ceiling back there, and I lived alone. So I was like, oh shit, this can't be good. And it was one of those great big, like Florida palmetto bugs.
Ugh.
Oh,
from, I don't know, it
What's
flew
the
away.
difference between a palmetto bug and a roach?
They're the same thing. Palmettos just fly, right?
They're big. I don't know if roaches get as big. This sucker was like 3 inches long. It was huge.
I think palmetto bugs have the ability to fly as well, don't they?
Oh.
Yeah, it flew. It flew out the window. Jesus.
Dubia roaches are that big, Bob.
Yeah, I've had
But
a
they don't
couple.
fly. Even though they have wings, the male has wings, it does not fly.
I haven't been able to keep my colony of dubious going.
Wait.
They're kind of high maintenance. They like a lot of moisture. They like, and then you got to change the egg cartons all the time. There's Mary Oliver.
Hey, Mary.
She came in a little bit ago.
I don't have chat. My BF was Episcopalian, and we were Catholic, and I could go to her Sunday mass whenever. Yeah, but she wasn't allowed to attend my. Yeah, that's the same thing. I went to a Catholic church, and the priest told me, no, you got to sit, like, you don't come up for communion. And then we sing hymns in the Episcopal church. And the Catholic church I went to, there was one lady singing. Well, I'm like, she's singing my song. Like, I'm gonna sing it. And the people all turned around and looked at me. I'm like, okay, I don't belong here. I don't belong.
That is
So there's
one thing I
differences,
love.
but there's not a lot of differences. We don't have a pope. We don't listen to a pope.
Yeah,
I'd say we don't care about a pope, but we care about people.
it's the Archbishop of Canterbury or something. Yeah,
Yeah, we have bishops.
been a long time ago.
Anyway.
How is the Pope doing anyway? Did he pass, or is he still hanging on, or he's been real sick?
I haven't heard. If he passed, would they really tell us?
It's been on something that pops up on some of my social media updates on him. I guess
since people love to just make up all kinds of different religions
Yeah.
anyway, I made up my own that you can do anything or say anything you want to do, and then you're fine.
Oh, there you
go. I like that. I got a new pope. We got Pope Whip.
There's supposed to be 40-something thousand official religions right now. 40,000. Yeah. Yep.
I can't even. I can barely get a good grasp on the Episcopalian. Like, I can't. I do have an idea, like the tree trunk that comes up that has the Muslim, Catholics, and then the Protestant breaks off from Catholics. That's it. That's the extent of my.
The only thing I remember about Catholic services was, because I've gone to funerals and weddings and that sort of thing. And it's everybody rise, everybody sit. Please kneel. Everybody rise, everybody sit. Please kneel. Everybody rise. It's constant. And,
right.
And now,
that's how it is at the Episcopal Church, but they don't tell you.
I don't.
Like
I don't
everybody
do
else
it.
stands, you just stand.
They can get mad at me. I'm not doing it.
And it's weird because the way I grew up, like, you didn't look at the people around you. You didn't turn around and look at the family. You didn't say hi to your friends. You didn't eat in church. Like, if you wanted to see, you kind of looked around with your eyes without moving your neck. Now they're like, look to the right, look to the left. And I'm like, are you sure we're allowed to do that? Now they want you to, like, be all relaxed and stuff. And I'm like, but the Episcopal Church is pretty progressive. I would say it's pretty liberal. We have like priests that are gay.
So a lot of the churches are being a little more relaxed or liberal, as you said, because we're going away. I mean, people just didn't. It's on their terms or no terms. So
a lot of geriatrics going on in the churches today.
Really?
You know what we should talk about too is politics. So we could
religion, politics, all of it. All of it. No, but my point was, I didn't think I was on Facebook enough or a lot.
Dave, I'm right there with you, brother.
Being off of Facebook is very hard because I want to go see. I want to go look. I just want to go scroll. I want to check out my groups. I'm like, what is wrong with me? Like, when did I become so into Facebook? Like, I don't remember that happening, but it is. I didn't realize until I got off it.
you can be hooked on that harder than you believe you are.
Ooh, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've kind of weaned myself off of it to where I almost never go there anymore. But I'm here, so I mean, I don't know that I really, I just
Right.
traded one media for another is basically what I did. So I don't know that I'm any better off. I'm still spending a lot of time here, probably more than I actually should. I'm sure the wife is up there going, Jesus, you're down there again? Yep, sure am.
Yep.
I'm,
Yep.
I'm talking to my friends.
Hey, Tom. Somebody was talking about you a while ago. I think it was Will.
Uh-oh.
He changed his
Skipper
name,
was.
right? Because wasn't it just Fluffy Acres for a long
Yeah,
time?
yeah.
What
How you
was
doing,
it?
Tom? Now it's Tom from Swampy Acres, but it used to be just Swampy Acres.
Yeah.
Oh, because people maybe got tired of being called Swampy.
Hey, Swamp.
Hey, Swamp.
How are the acres?
They make some good soap, I'll tell you that.
Swampy Acres.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, brain fart. His wife's name.
Is it Amanda or Sharon or
Chris,
Lucy.
Ava,
Like
Tiffany.
he makes his own soap, the lye method,
yeah, they
or
they,
the
they do, and
Nutmore.
it's very inexpensive too.
Louisa.
He'll say it in the chat. It's
And the last time I
Showing
bought some, he told me I was a mod, so they gave me an extra bar or something.
Aw.
yeah. He I met him and his wife at the Keystone Clash.
Oh, so this is another account. Sorry,
Oh.
I didn't. I stepped on your toes. Sorry.
We don't have Swampy account.
No,
I,
I'm not.
I must have met him. If you met him at the Keystone Clash, Skipper, I must have met him, didn't I?
It was a year. I don't think there was a year you missed, wasn't there?
There was 1 year I missed.
It was 22
Karen. Yeah, Karen.
because I met you in 21.
No,
22.
that's you're right. She was
Yeah.
there in 22.
Huh?
She was there in
No.
22.
Who?
Me?
Susie. Are we talking about Susie Q right here? This
Yeah,
one?
was you there?
I
What
was
year?
there 22, 23, and 24 for sure. I know for sure that's a fact. And you were there for every one of them.
Well, then you did meet him.
And I was there before COVID too, one time.
Oh, there you go.
I
Thank
actually
you, Lori.
tried to learn how to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. Yeah, that's you were there. Then you did meet him.
Okay. I probably know him to see him.
22 is when nobody saw Susie because she was sequestered into
Oh, that's right. The hospitality.
Yeah, she was stuck in the food room.
They'll never ask me to do that again, that's for sure.
Right.
I fed everybody. Anybody who was hungry, I fed. Oh my God, I got in trouble. I didn't get in trouble. They just told me I would never be doing that again.
I'm done one surgery and have another one to go.
What are they working on there, Tom? Or is that too much information you'd want to reveal?
Who are you talking to, Tom or Bob?
Tom.
I bet it's knees.
Oh.
You know that getting up and down and kneel and pivot and look to the left and all that can get rough on old people.
Yeah, it sure does. You get excused.
That's kind of why when I said I don't do it at the Catholic Church, I just sit my ass in the chair and everybody else can get up and down. I'm like, my knees are too far gone.
It's not a chair, it's a pew. You sit your ass in a pew.
Pew, yeah.
Pew.
Because it does stink.
That's
funny.
The back. Oh my God.
Oh no.
Give Q some fish and loves, and she'll feed everyone.
That's right.
You didn't even have to give her anything. You just came in and said, hi, Q. And she says, have whatever you want.
We got a hot dog bar. Do you want chili on it? Do you want some relish? Do you want onions?
You guys ran out of everything. You were giving away so much food that they had to go buy more, right?
I know.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Never put a food addict in charge of the food. That's like making me the bartender. You don't want to do that.
Doubles all around.
Yep.
I'm trying. What year was you there, Tom? That's bugging me now. This is what 25. I didn't go last year.
Correct.
Yeah, that was sad. You're gonna go this year, right?
He's
Yeah,
kind
my
of got it
wife.
this time. Yeah.
My wife's coming too.
I guess I didn't get a vendor table. I filled out the form wrong. I
Tom
was so
said he
excited
did.
about the January discount. I filled it out in January, and I thought at the end of it, you could say I want a vendor too, but apparently you had to sign up as a vendor, and at the end of it, get on. So after that, I was like, oh well. Whatever. So if anybody has a table and want me to sit with them, I will.
I bet you
Tom,
could talk to Rico and Ed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I will.
Yep.
All
I
right,
would
Tom. That's
definitely.
what I figure we did, and I just can't place your wife for some reason. I can't place her face. Are you going to the Clash this year?
It was 23. He went. No. What's he?
He said 24, 25, but that's got to be a typo.
24. Skipper didn't go. I started making soap, Tom, so I want to talk to you about it. But I'm doing the melt and pour and the different essential oils in it. Because once I got my skin that grew back on my hand, I got real scared about all the chemicals and stuff and started making my own soap. I stopped using shampoo and conditioner. That's scary when you lose all the skin on your hands. It's like, oh my God. And there's nothing I could do. You know how long, remember how long it took that to heal? I walked around in gloves for like 8
Oh
months.
no, Bobby hit a button.
Oh, he's not going this year. Dagnabbit.
Where do you see that? I just
On
see
the
no.
screen.
No,
I don't
think
have a chat
I
in
think
front
he
of
was
me, so I
correcting
can only see
himself.
what's on the screen. Because that's when I got lost. When I clicked the chat button and then everything went away, I'm like, whoops. Whoops.
You folks got to quit using your phones to stream from. That is such a pain.
Well,
Don't talk about using the computer. Don't even.
Hey,
I am having
StreamYard.
such a hard
StreamYard.
time.
You cannot screw up StreamYard. Oh,
I was
geez,
going
now
to
we're
show
all
you
gone.
all. I was going to show you all what's going on here. Floyd's up there.
What are you doing, Floyd? What are you doing up there? Are you intimidating?
No, he's got a couple of her bags of seed open. She's got all kinds of stuff.
Oh, is he feeding her?
No, she's showing him her mirror. She loves her mirror. That's her favorite thing.
I cannot put a mirror in with Sophie. She's way too vain.
Floyd, come
It's
on
all
over here.
hormonal.
Susie whistled at you. Come on. Come on over here. Come on.
Come on, Floyd. What are you doing, Floyd?
Come on. Come here.
Who's a pretty boy, Floyd?
Come on.
Pretty boy.
Hurry, I want to get this camera off me. Come on. Floyd. Come here.
He ain't doing it.
He got a whole
Go
bag
get
of
him.
seeds, man. He got a whole bag of seeds in front of him.
Just go
What
get
are you
him.
doing?
Grab him. Just go grab him.
Floyd.
Does he step up?
Boy.
Step up. Step up. There you
Yeah.
go.
Just took
Oh.
Skipper.
He flew over to the tank behind
Oh,
me.
he kept
Oh, I
going.
see.
I'm outta here.
Floyd. People, if this was a circus, people would want their money back, you know? Feeling
Tom,
good.
did we meet? Did you and I meet? Because I've been
Yeah.
there for.
Hey, Bruce.
Man, I'm sorry. I wish I could. My brain does not remember information worth a crap anymore.
Oh, 2021 must have been right when COVID was.
Yeah.
Well, 2020
It was-
was the year of COVID.
2020 was not the lockdowns, though.
Yeah, that was the
started a
lockdown
little
year.
bit after.
Nope, February of 2020.
Okay.
Trust me,
Yeah.
it was 220 because the stuff I had to do at work.
Yeah,
never
yeah, that's
forget
right.
that year.
The Big Fish deal was the very last show. The Big Fish deal. That was the
Yeah.
very last show.
They
Because we had
canceled
signs.
Aquascella in Chicago.
We made big signs saying, please don't take it personal. We're not going to shake your hand.
Well,
That was
well,
our effort.
come on.
Meanwhile, we were lying all over each other, hugging, talking like we didn't do anything COVID like.
Tom, you'd remember me.
That got him. I told him I talked to him.
If it was 21, you did not meet him because you didn't go that year.
He said he went 2 years in a row. So if he went in 21, 22,
did?
I would have
Yeah.
met him in 22.
Hello,
Nice.
Bruiser.
Hey, Bruiser, what's going on, bud?
Ted is not only going to be singing, he's going to be a speaker. Did you know that?
So has he spoke before, or has he just come for the fun of it? The last 3 years.
He's a world-renowned speaker.
I know, but has he spoke at the Clash before?
Oh, I don't know about the Clash.
Who's
I've only been going to the Clash for 5 or 6 years.
Who's that?
Dr. Ted Coletti.
Oh, yeah.
He wrote the book with Rachel on Backyard Tubs.
Yeah, but
That-
see, Scotty or the Clash or whoever makes the policy over there
Not
says that they
Scotty
won't
anymore. I
have.
think it's Cali. Somebody else has it this year, I think.
He says that they won't have the same speaker.
Which is a shame because, like, Big spoke one
for 2 years in a
time.
row.
Yeah, Big spoke
I don't know when they
time.
lost you. Everything. Yeah,
Froze.
it's
It kinda
just it's a
froze.
one-time deal kind of thing. Because I told him, well, if you invite good Lord, Jason from Primetime, we were going to ride up on our bikes last year.
Oh, that's
technically
right.
last year. And he goes, "Oh, we can't do that. You know, we don't invite people to speak 2 years in a row." I'm like, "Well," he says, "but you guys can still ride up." And I said, "What are the chances of him going all the way out here
For
just
what?
to
Yeah,
come all
for
the way out
Keystone
here?"
Clash.
Yeah.
When he has his own swaps that he can do, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
he
mean,
doesn't
not that he-
understand you're 670 miles away.
Dragon Lair's afraid I'm going to poke his eye out.
Good night, Bruiser. Good seeing you, bud.
That's the punchline of a joke, Bob,
Yep.
what you just did.
Yep.
Susie, there's a swap next Saturday.
Where?
Lancaster at that fish place, that pet place.
Oh, what's the date? I can't look at my
Hey,
phone.
Pep.
What's the date?
The 15th.
Yep. Where is Ed? Still working on them many sheets of paper.
From the, I think he's got it figured out by now. But yeah, 6.5 hour draft. He had to take everybody's picks and put them on the computer.
All right. I'm going to look at
That's
my
more work than
calendar.
I would
Hopefully I
want
won't
to do.
just...
What? Uh-oh, she did something.
Oh. Hey, Teplin.
I was trying to see what I'm doing next Saturday.
Oh, that'd be awesome if you showed up, Lori. I already pre-ordered fish.
Oh, you pre-ordered fish?
Yeah.
From who?
I got distracted because I did one while we were talking. I just did one on Small World Aquatics L397s for $25 a piece.
Oh,
What
wow.
are the 397s? What's their, like,
It's the man, I can't say that first part. It's a tiger pleco, but it's
someone's
like
trying to get in my house.
What's the comment? Just tell us the comment. You know the comment?
No, that is the common name.
397?
Yeah, I already had 3 of them. I got from Maria Z.
Are those the ones Stephanie has?
She got some
Oh,
off of.
they're tiger telecos. So it's
Yeah.
Elenquer? ALENQUER. Elenquer. Cure.
397 is the common name.
And then I'm getting
Oh God, I didn't know.
Yeah, I
Anything.
saw that.
There's Huawei. Patrick's been missing you, Sim.
Oh, you got a lawsuit against Swampy Acres? What the hell?
Red coral platies. It's some real little ones.
Oh, yeah.
Those are pretty. Alan Olenquer.
Alan Care. Oh, a tiger pleco. Are they striped?
Yeah, they're like
Oh,
an
beautiful.
orangish black color.
I still got my king tiger pleco from the Clash. It was before COVID.
Whip
Or
is
during
so
COVID.
knowledgeable with these names too.
Yeah. You know, I'll tell you a secret that you'll probably find humorous or look
Or
down
not.
upon me from this point forward. But I used to not like people when they used the scientific name. If you used the scientific name, I always felt like you were talking down to me. Like you were like, "Ooh, I'm so smart," and I'm like, "F you," just use the common name for God's sakes. I've overcome that now. Although
Good.
it still is in the back of my head sometimes,
Let me tell you,
when
when I'm very big into houseplants, and the common names can mean so many different things. Like, I
yes,
don't care, you're calling it a rubber tree. What plant is it? Like, I need to know I'm getting the right plant. Like, what plant is it? Not Mary's lace. Like, no, I don't. That
see you
doesn't
later,
help me.
Mary. Yeah, that I get it. I understand why people use it, and I understand why people, even in the fish world, there's multiple fish that use the same common name,
Yeah.
but not all of them. Like,
You
I
know,
don't need you to give me the scientific name of the Oscar. I know what the Oscar
Right.
is.
But if
Everybody
I
knows
said
what
the
the
three
Oscar is.
spot cichlid, you would not know what the three spot cichlid is.
Yeah.
Well, you
And
give
everybody
me the
calls,
scientific name, and I wouldn't know what that is.
you
So,
would. It's a trimaculatus. You would know it.
oh, maybe I would then.
Yeah, see what I mean? Like, so it's like I saw the
See,
three spot
Trimac is
cichlid.
the common name for me because that's what I
See?
learned.
Yeah. And the same thing with the polypterus. It's so much easier to say a polypterus than argue over Beischer, Biker, Beecher. It's a polypterus.
you
It
know,
just makes it more sense to me.
Terry talked about that once on one of his late night streams, and he was saying you really can't have an intelligent discussion about fish unless you are using the exact scientific name, because so many of them you can't, because so many of them, somebody else knows this is a blue whirlybird, or
Right.
this or that, and he's right, but I don't want to learn them. That's for sure.
I will
No.
not. I will. I don't
No,
care
but
who you
when
are.
I
I'm not
have
going to learn them.
a blue tetra, a king blue tetra, and I've been trying to find, I need more of them. And I say blue tetra, and I get all these other options. Like, that's not what it is. That's not what I'm looking for. It's like a shimmery royal blue. And
Is that the
I
Kerry?
had to learn what the name was so I could get the right fish.
Or that the Kerry tetra?
Yes. Yep. But it was a
Pep,
shiny blue
I'm
tetra.
probably with you on that. Pep says he would use the scientific name if he could, if he had the brain for it, and that is part of my problem. I can't say 90% of those names. I'm like, forget it. So if I
You
can't
think
say
you
it, I'm sure
can.
as hell not going to be able to remember it.
You got to do it like Rachel and just say it like you mean it. Other people will think they're saying it wrong. Just say it like you mean it.
I don't think that's true
Try it.
because people like who's notorious for stuff like that. Let's say Lisa from KG Tropicals. You know how she
Yes.
always says beta instead of beta,
Right.
and people give her shit about that all the time.
Yeah, but Betta's a common name.
Oh, that's true too. But still, people pick up on it and they give her a
If
hard
you
time.
said the other name, there's no argument.
And
You
you know
just
what's
say
really
Placo.
funny? Yeah, if you were to try to say the real names, Like, I don't even think beta or beta is correct. Somebody was trying to say the word as it's, supposed to be said. And I'm like, wow, that doesn't even sound like, I would have no idea what you're talking about if you said that word.
And
That's
us
what
old school people is a Chinese fighting fish.
yeah, that's what we called them when I was a kid. And there's
Yeah.
axolotl. It's not really axolotl. I don't even know how to say it. So
Asholte.
show off,
But
talking down to us.
but I like
Oh, look
axolotl
at
better
me.
'cause
I'm
you can,
Susie Q. I can say axolotl the right way.
but axolotl you can say things like you axolotl questions or I love you a lotto. It's cuter to use axolotl, the English version, English
Oh,
pronunciation.
that's
But I
smart.
never took Latin in school. I had no reason to take Latin. I barely took my 1 year of French.
You know what? When I was in school, it was so long ago, I didn't need to, I didn't have to learn any other language. I struggle enough with English. So,
Yeah. I had to learn one foreign language for at least 1 year, and I did Parlez-vous français?
I took French too, and I failed it, or made D's to get through it. But who knew that we would need Spanish more than anything?
yeah, I was going to say,
We did.
anybody in today's world that takes anything
Yeah.
other than Spanish, you're just wasting your time. I mean, come on.
Yep, for sure. What time is it? I just thought about it.
Oh, you're about 12 minutes over.
Oh,
Ew.
wow.
Well,
That
Kenny's not
went
going
fast,
tonight.
Bob.
There's nobody going. So,
Okay.
and
See, it's
Skipper,
so
he
relaxed when
quit
I'm up
streaming
here with
again.
internet.
You didn't go today, did you, buddy?
Mhm.
No, I didn't think so because I didn't see the notifications pop up.
No. I can't believe you rode your bike today. I'm so jealous.
Dragon Lair says, "Why you give an F what other people think? With life too short to worry about other." I really don't. I don't. I'll be 100% honest with you. I don't care unless I like you. If we're friends and then you give me a hard time. I mean, for real hard time, not joking around. I have pretty thick skin, but for
I
the
missed
most
the
part,
whole beginning of that because my computer froze.
oh, sorry. He asked why I give a crap about what other people think.
Like
Dragon Lair
saying
did.
talking Latin.
No.
Yeah.
They give you, yeah.
But like beta or beta, if you know what I'm talking about, don't correct me. Or if I
Right.
say
How
Daniel
hard is it
Kinwinnie
just
or
to
if it's
not say anything,
Kinwinnie,
right?
yeah, yeah. But like the Rusty cichlid, that's kind of important because the guy's name is Rusty that invented or found that cichlid. So, but Rusty's easy to say.
Yeah.
Cichlid di. It's Rusty cichlid.
Hmm. I think it's different too, whether it's a hobby or
Hey, Melvin.
a profession. You
Or
know,
like you're breeding and selling. Right, right. I agree.
yeah,
Big difference. Because if somebody's buying, I want them to buy what they want.
right.
And if they call it one thing and I call it one thing and it sounds the same thing with the Vallisneria. Like which morph or which kind of a family do you want of the Vallisneria? You got the leopard, you got the corkscrew. There's all different kinds. It's if you know the Latin name, you know exactly what kind.
Ain't nobody got time for all that.
I don't know if people were asking, like Weiwei said it was 67. I don't know what our high was today, but it's 50 now, and the sun is probably down, although I can't see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's dark.
I'm bringing my tortoises outside tomorrow for the day. I'm so excited.
So it's supposed to be warm tomorrow?
Yeah, I was supposed to be here, supposed to
Oh,
be warm
wow.
for the whole
Did,
7 days in a row.
did you just see this?
Yeah.
What?
Tom had to sell all his fish.
What was it?
He
Swampy
sold
sold
all
all
his.
his
Yeah,
fish.
go ahead. You say it. Oh, he locked up.
She heard it.
I
Okay.
didn't hear it.
I sold all my fish and broke down my fish room.
Oh wow, who did that? Swampy Acres?
Yeah,
Because of the lawsuit?
he didn't.
No,
He
I didn't
didn't.
give his fish. He got hurt.
which would
Yeah.
explain the back surgery, I guess.
It's very painful to think about breaking down the 40-gallon breeder wall. I've got 10 40 gallons, it covers the whole wall in the basement. But if I
Well,
really
you
want
wouldn't
a
have to
larger
do it.
tank, I have to break them down and make a stand for the next time somebody says, I'm giving away a 220. Do you want it? I'll be like, yeah.
And then next thing you need to do is say,
I
Whip,
can't walk to the
I
fish.
need you to come here and help me lift this.
I won't have anybody to help me in this area.
And I'll
that's for
say,
sure.
I am on my way. Give me 10 hours.
That'd be so cool.
Oh wow. He says
That'd be so cool.
he can't walk to the fish room.
Oh
Well,
no,
he just had
that's
back
horrible.
surgery. I can't imagine he's doing a whole lot of much of anything. What else are you getting worked on? Was it your knees or your legs or what else?
Yeah.
600 gallon.
On
Yikes.
one wall.
Wouldn't that be great to have a 600-gallon? Oh, that would be so
No,
amazing.
no,
Oh.
he meant
Combined.
total one.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I have 2, 3, 4, 500 gallons on this wall.
I gotcha. Yeah, so
And
yeah,
that's
I
a
guess my
lot.
40-gallon
That's a
breeder
lot.
is
So
400
600
gallons.
is even. Woo-wee.
I remember that fish track of theirs they had there. We used to stream together. Well, my gosh, that was a long time ago.
I remember that, yeah. Susie, you know when you did that that big intake, I can't do it. That sounded just like John Rivers. Just like her.
Me?
Yeah. When you did that big intake, you know, when
Yeah.
she's ready to talk about somebody or
I hate to do this, but I got to get going.
All right,
Yeah.
bud.
Me
I'm so
too. I
tired.
something.
All right.
You don't hate to do it. You've been itching
No,
to get
I'm
out of
like-
here for 17 minutes.
I'm fading. I am fading.
All right.
Skipper, glad you got to see us.
Yeah, I'll see you again.
Okay.
You gonna stream next Thursday, you think, or you don't know? Probably not.
Whatever.
The following week.
And then Susie, are you haven't given up? You're gonna stream on
I'm
Sunday?
gonna try from my phone.
Okay, and Bobby, you got Fridays still, right? You guys are still doing the Friday thing?
I hope so. We have a pet adoption every other Friday, so I'm thinking
Oh,
about
maybe.
it. So
Gotcha.
we'll see. Well, what talk about a late entrance? Jesus.
You
Right.
know, right?
As the
Showed up just in time to say goodbye. What about you, Whip? When do you go on?
Usually Saturdays, and then with Ed on Thursday nights, and then I sometimes if Skip ain't gonna go, I just use the time to keep his
Oh,
show
okay.
going.
I only do it when I have Fridays off because that's just rough.
Yeah, for sure. Me too, because I usually have Fridays off, but not always. So if we're both got to work on Friday, there will be no show at all.
Okay.
But yeah, so I guess that's all of us, right? You got nothing else going on, do you, Bob?
Nope. Just this again next Sunday. Yep.
Fridays and Sundays for Bob.
You
Occasionally
might see a
Thursdays and
pop up.
Sundays
You
for.
might see a pop up with me trying to play around with StreamYard.
There you
cool.
go. Yeah, and if you need help or whatever, you can always call me.
Okay.
I mean, you should need help because I swear it's pretty easy.
If he can do it, you can do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you all later.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Mod. Thanks, everybody. Good night. Good night.
Whatever.
That was funny.